is an excellent survey which allows analysis of change over time and also international comparison so we can understand where Zimbabwe fares in the international community. It allows comparisons of key social indicators that we've seen today for households and for many population groups. It tells us about the situation for women, the situation for children, and because of all the great disaggregated disability indicators in there, it tells us about the most vulnerable and marginalised people in our population.
In newborn health, maternal care, antenatal care coverage, it's stored at 93.3%. Skilled attendance at delivery increased from 78.1% to 86%. Institutional deliveries increased from 77% to 85.5%. Maternal mortality ratio from 2015 DHS, it was 651 deaths per 100,000 women to 462 in 2019. Comparisons, now looking at the mixed 2019 results, stunting, which basically refers to a child who is too short for his or her age. For boys, it was 27, for girls, it was 20, and nationally, it was 24. Now looking at wasting, which is basically refers to a child who is too thin for his or her height. And for the 2019 mix, it was 3%. Overweight, which refers to a child who is too heavy for his or her height. It was 3% in the 2019 mix. Underweight, which is a composite form of undernutrition that can include elements of stunting and wasting, and also underweight. And for the 2019 mix, underweight was 10%. Now looking at these critical indicators in terms of the provincial distribution, stunting, it was the highest in Manicaland province at 30.6% and lowest in Harare at 18.8%. Overweight was highest in Luweyo at 4.4% and lowest in Maternal South and Harare at 1.2%. Moderate to severe wasting was highest in North and lowest in March Central, and also severe wasting was highest in March Central and lowest in Luweyo and March North. Now I'll look at care of illness. Here, basically, greater proportion of those who sought care for diarrhea was from health facilities or providers at 35%, and most of it was sought from public facilities. Disparities in care seeking for diarrhea, we can see that basically care seeking behavior increased with the increase in the education of women. So women with higher education, it was 42%, and lowest among women who had pre-primary education or non-education at 25%. Care seeking during fever, basically most of the care seeking was sought from health facility or provider at 35%, and most of it was from public facilities. Care seeking for RE was also basically from health facility or provider at 48%, and most of it was from public facilities. Next, I'll look at child mortality. Child mortality for 5 years preceding the survey, for 0 to 4, neonatal mortality rate was 32 deaths per 1,000 live births. Postnatal mortality rate was 14 deaths per 1,000 live births. Infant mortality rate was 47 per 1,000 live births. Child mortality rate was 19 deaths per 1,000 live births. And lastly, under 5 mortality rate was 65 deaths per 1,000 live births.
Services by province. This first one, okay, so the first column is for basic drinking water. So we are saying these people are able to go, they've got water on the premises, or they travel for 30 or less minutes to fetch water. So nationally, 64% of the population reported that they were using basic drinking water services. Then for sanitation, it's 37%. Then for basic hygiene, it's 64%. And the highest proportions for the three are all happening in Blaawai. They are all in Blaawai. And the lowest proportions for water, it's in Maternal North and Mat South. Then for sanitation, it's in Mat North, and for basic hygiene, the lowest proportion was in Maternal and West.
Cleansing agents available increased from 55.8% in 2014 to 71.1%. Households with no toilet facility dropped from 1.1% to 0.7%. Households with no toilet facility in rural areas again dropped from 43.5% to 31.3%. Moving on to education indicators. Attendance to early childhood education increased from 21.6% in 2014 to 28.4% in 2019. Children in first grade of primary school who attended preschool previous year increased from 86.2% to 92.3%. Net intake rate in primary school dropped from 73.3% to 67.6%. Secondary school net attendance ratio increased from 47.7% to 59.5%. Children reaching last grade of primary school increased from 90.7% to 92.8%. Transition rate to secondary school dropped from 78.9 in 2014 to 70.4 in 2019. Now looking at the child protection indicators, children under 5 years whose births were reported registered increased from 32.3% in 2014 to 48.7% in 2019. Children aged 1 to 14 years who experienced psychological aggression or physical punishment increased from 62.6% to 64.1%. Women aged 15 to 49 years who married before age 15, there was no significant change from 4.9 in 2014 to 4.8. Same for the women married before age 18, there's no significant change from 32.8% in 2014 to 32.6% in 2019. Women aged 15 to 49 years currently married or in union dropped from 24.5% to 21.2%. Children aged 0 to 17 years living with neither biological parents dropped from 26.6% to 23.6%. Children 0 to 17 years with at least one biological parent living abroad increased from 10.6% to 12.5%. Children 0 to 17 years with one or both parents dead dropped from 17.9% to 13%.
Who had at least one NC visit We've got a national average of 93%, with 96 for urban and 92 for rural. Those with 4 or more ANC visits, national figure is 72, with 73% for rural and 68 for urban. Skilled attendance at birth, the national figure is 86%, with 94% for urban and 82% for rural. Institutional deliveries, the national figure is 86%, with 94% for urban and 82% for rural. 1% of women reported that they had been tested in the last 12 months and they knew their results. And 65% of women reported that they had been tested during antenatal care. Then we also have the provincial disaggregations there. For men, where we've got the highest proportion being in Mashingo, who reported that they had been tested and knew their results. Then the highest for women it's Match Central, Match North and Match South. They all have 63% of the women reporting that they had been tested in the last 12 months and they knew their results.
5 mortality was highest among the 2 provinces, Maternal and West and Midlands, at 83 deaths per 1,000 live births each, and lowest in Bulawayo at 40 deaths per 1,000 live births.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter at 263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.